Hello my dear subscribers, welcome back to Meme Educators. Today's video is going to be legendary because we are diving into the wonderful world of Flutter and Dot on Windows OS. But before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell so that you never miss out on hilarious Flutter journey. But firstly, why this video is about it? To develop any application like app, Android, iOS, desktop, you need to install Flutter on your respective OS like Windows operating system, Mac OS, Linux. So in today's video, we are going to conquer the installation of Flutter on our Windows operating system. Are you ready? Let's move it up. Installation of Flutter on Windows operating system. Let's see the first step to install Flutter on Windows operating system is to install Visual Studio Code. If you are already having VS Code in your PC, just skip the video to the respective timing I mentioned here. Visual Studio Code is also called VS Code and it is a free and open source code editor from Microsoft. So just click on the link. I'll paste the link on the comment section. So otherwise, just type VS Code download. Click on the first link, download VS Code, Mac, Linux, Windows. Click on the Windows. It will automatically downloads a .exe file, which is used to install the VS Code on our PC. VS Code user setup .exe file. So let's wait for some time. So now, after completion of this .exe file downloading, so open that file. This file can install VS Code in your PC. So just do what I do. Accept the agreement. Next. So it is asking for the path to the VS Code, where to store. So it's defaultly stored in app data, local programs, Microsoft VS Code. So you can change it by clicking this browse and adjusting the path. Otherwise, click next. So you can check it up if you want the desktop icon in your PC, and you can check it up these properties if you want, and next. Install. It will take few minutes. Again, waiting. After completion of this installation, click on the finish. It will automatically opens the VS Code. After that, just go to the official website of Flutter by clicking on this link. I will paste this link on comment section also. Okay. Otherwise, just click on the flutter.dev. Just click on the get started Windows. It will show you three options: desktop, mobile, web. It is asking for what is your first app platform, whether you are going to develop a desktop app or a mobile like Android and iOS app or a website. But it's recommending us choose mobile, so choose it. And these are the hardware requirements. The x86_64 CPU cores must have minimum 4, recommended 8, and the memory in GB must have 8 GB at least, but the recommended 16 GB. And the other requirements also there. The free disk space in GBs, minimum 10 GB is required, and it is recommended also. These are the hardware requirements, and there are software requirements also. These are the software requirements. So let's download and install the Flutter zip file. So you can just click on this link, this zip file. It will automatically downloads the Flutter zip file in your Windows operating system. So let's wait again. So after completing the downloading of the Flutter Windows zip file, open that file in File Manager, and we need to extract this file in C drive dev folder that they mentioned here. When finished, the Flutter SDK should be in flutter/dev/flutter directory. So extract this file to C drive and you just click on your name and extract here. Extract. After completion of extracting Flutter SDK software development kit, now we need to set the path of the Flutter bin folder in our environment of the system. So let's go to Flutter folder and inside that go to bin folder and copy that address and search for env and select the path of user variable edit. Sometimes it defaultly gives the path of the Flutter bin, sometimes it's not. So then if there is not given, so click on the new and paste the address here and move the address so that it is the top of all the addresses. So do that if you are not getting the address. So click on OK. OK. Now open command prompt or a PowerShell in your Windows operating system. Click on Flutter. This command line is to check the Flutter is installed or not. Just enter. Now we'll see the all the information about Flutter so that Flutter is installed successfully. And there is another command called flutter doctor to check the all the requirements are satisfied or not for Flutter. Sometimes it will throw an error like this. It is asking it can repaired by the running dot pub catch repair. So copy it, paste it. We'll do one more time. Flutter doctor. If you are getting any error like before, just close the command prompt and type it again, Flutter doctor. Let's see what happens. So the Flutter daughter asking for the requirements of the VS Code and the Android Studio. Of course, we are not installed the Android Studio. And the VS Code, Visual Studio Code is asking for the desktop development with C++ workload. We can get it with this link. Click on this link. The link can the link will work after we click with the control. Please check that control plus click. Okay. Next, download this community. So it will download a .exe file of VS Code setup. So open that file after downloading. Open that file. Click on Next. Continue. Okay. It will take few minutes. Wait for that. So now we can select whatever workload we want. But here the Flutter doctor is asking for desktop development with C++. Once check that. Here it is, desktop development with C++ workload, including all of its default components. Okay. So just select the desktop development with C++ and click on install while downloading. Or you can click on install. It will install Visual Studio Community 2022 in your Windows operating system so that the requirement is going to be satisfied. We are done with the installation of Visual Studio Community 2022. Now once again check the Flutter requirements using Flutter doctor command in command prompt. So if you are encounter with this error again, that is the current Visual Studio is incomplete. So please reinstall. So you can remove it by clicking this more and uninstall, and after that install again. So after that again check for Flutter requirements by Flutter doctor on command prompt. So after that the requirements of the VS Code is satisfied. So we are looking at Android Studio. So click on this first link with control plus click. It will automatically opens the downloaded page of Android Studio. Download the latest version of Android Studio. Click on the download. It will show the terms and conditions and just check on the have read and agreement. Download. We're done with Android Studio .exe file downloading. So just open that file to launch Android Studio on our Windows operating system. Just click on the next. Next. Let me tell you the requirements of this Android Studio. As I saw before, um, the Flutter requirements minimum 8 GB RAM is required and 16 GB is recommended. This is because of Android Studio. So make sure that you have all the requirements. Click on next and install. And if you install Android Studio in your Windows operating system, it will going to hang your Windows operating system sometimes while while it is open. So make sure to prepare that. Click on next, finish. Configure installation. It is asking for click on do not import settings. Okay. And we need to know the Flutter Android configuration with Flutter. So it is the first step. We are installing the Android Studio first time in our Windows operating system. So starting step is the start Android Studio and welcome to Android Studio dialog display and follow the Android Studio setup wizard. Okay. And these are the list of properties or components we need. So let's find out the properties of that. Next. So if you see, I think Android emulator is already exist and the SDK built tools, Android SDK built tools already exist and the SDK platform tools already exist and the SDK APIs also exist, I think. So let's click on next. Here the things are there. So click on accept and these are the mandatory things. So click on accept and finish. It will automatically install all the requirements here mentioned here. And I think they don't mention Android SDK command line tools. So we'll check that. So we are lacking with the command line tools. So open Android Studio. Go to menu, tools, SDK manager. If you get any error while installing the Android Studio, please reinstall the Android Studio or um, restart your PC. So search for command line tools. Android SDK command line tools. Click on that. Click OK. OK. Click on finish. Again check for Flutter requirements with Flutter dot. So my Android license not accepted. Resolve that run Flutter daughter Android license. So just copy this. Remove spaces. Enter. S S S S S. Again run Flutter daughter. So there is a no issue found.
in Flutter requirement. So we're done with Flutter installation. So if you like this video, if you think this video is informative to you, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.